Happy Monday, everybody. This is Eric, and welcome back into the card closet for another episode. I know there's a lot of you out there that like prospecting and you like minor league players and trying to figure out who's going to be the next big star. So, this episode is going to be all about minor leaguers. And in particular, I've now picked up all the minor league sets for the Boston Red Sox. So their AAA team now is not in Pawtucket anymore. It's in Worcester. And an interesting story, I worked with a guy from Worcester, Massachusetts. And when the announcement was made that the Red Sox were going to relocate their AAA team from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, if you look at the name of the team, it looks like Worcester. So when that announcement was made, I thought I'd be cool and I'd show him that, living out here in the sticks, I still knew proper pronunciation of those Massachusetts towns. So I said, hey, did you hear that the Red Sox are moving to Worcester? And we had the short conversation. Then after a while, he finally says, you do know you're not pronouncing that correctly, right? And I said, wait a second. Yeah, I said, I know it's not Worcester, is it? I mean, I thought I had heard that you didn't pronounce it all out. You just said Worcester. And he goes, no, it's not Worcester. It's Worcester. Worcester. W-U-S-T-U-H. Worcester. And he lives there. So always trust the local when it comes to how to pronounce team names. So Worcester, Mass. has the AAA team. Portland, Maine has their AA team, the Portland Sea Dogs. Their High A team is in Salem, Virginia. And their Low A team is in Greenville, North Carolina. So those are the team sets. I do collect the minor league team sets of the Red Sox too. I have them going all the way back to the 80s. I think I'm missing a couple from 1977. And when you get back into the 70s, it's a little spotty on who you can get, what teams had sets. So some of the cool things about collecting minor league cards, you do get additional designs, which is cool. They're all manufactured this year by a company called Choice. And Choice has been doing these for a lot of years. Even though they're all by the company Choice, they have different designs for the different teams. So that's a lot of designs they have to come up with every year. And besides Choice, there used to be a company called Grandstand that did a bunch of minor league sets. And then there used to be one called Multi-Ad. And in a lot of the years, my sets have some Choice, some Multi-Ad, and some Grandstand. But this year, it looks like Choice got the monopoly. So another nice thing about collecting minor league cards is you get mascot cards. So here's the Portland Sea Dogs mascot slugger. Worcester. New mascot here, Smiley Ball. And they go by the Woo Sox. When they were in Pawtucket, they went by the Paw Sox. And another Greenville Drive. I believe it's a Reedy Rippet. Would make more sense if it was Ready Rippet, but the way it's spelled, it's probably Reedy Rippet, their mascot. And oftentimes you get trainer cards and team physician cards, many of whom, not many, but oftentimes they're females on the cards, ladies. So I'm not sure if this is a relation to Wade, but I'm hoping maybe Wade Boggs fan or one of you would know, but she's the athletic trainer for Greenville Drive. And sometimes you find former major league players on the coach cards. All these team sets have coach cards, usually a head coach and then 2 or 3 other coaches. I think any of you that are my age probably remember Paul Abbott when he pitched in the majors. And then Worcester's hitting coach is Rich Gedman. Of course, I, as a kid, remember him being the catcher for the Red Sox when they went to the World Series in 1986. And he had some nice all-star seasons for them as well. So I'm going to run through the Red Sox top prospects now. And I'm going to go in reverse order. There's a couple prospects that were just recently drafted, as in last month or the month before. And so they didn't have cards made at the beginning of the season. And then there's also a couple of them that are playing at a level which is below these. Below the low A level, there is a rookie league. There used to be the Lowell Spinners, a fifth minor league team through last year that the Red Sox had. But you probably know they did some consolidating of minor league programs last year due to COVID, probably, or just lack of attendance, and the Lowell Spinners got weeded out. So the players that are in the rookie league are not going to be here either. So I believe Matthew Lugo is prospect number 12 for the Red Sox. He is the nephew of, anybody want to guess? It's not Julio Lugo. That's who I would have thought. He's the nephew of Carlos Beltran. Their number 11 prospect, who's really lighting it up this year, Chris Murphy. He's their number 2 prospect for pitchers. Number 11 overall. Their number 10 prospect is Gilberto Jimenez. He's an outfielder for the Salem team. The number 9 guy does not have a card. He falls into one of those other categories. Their number 8 prospect right now is Jay Groom. You probably recognize him if you collect Topps Prospects or Bowman Prospects cards. He's been in a lot of issues now for several years. But isn't it cool to have him in their minor league uniform on their minor league team? Here's Brian Bello, pitcher for the Greenville Drive. And another thing that sometimes happens is that players who, minor leaguers a lot of times will split the season between levels. And so oftentimes when you collect these minor league sets, you get the same player on 2 teams. I think we're up to number 5 prospect, which is Jeter Downs. And he was the big name of all the prospects that the Red Sox got in the Mookie Betts, David Price trade with the Dodgers. Jeter Downs was the hot prospect at the time that the Red Sox got in return. Unfortunately, he's only batting a 1-something this year. This guy right here, number 4 prospect, is absolutely knocking it out this year. He's batting .332 and just having a sizzling season in the middle tier minor league system. Nick York. Their number 3 prospect is Jaron Duran. Their number 2 prospect is Tristan Cassis. He's been in some Bowman products, I know. I've got his Bowman Best refractor from last year or the year before. This guy, it's the same height and weight as me. Unfortunately, nobody would confuse the two of us if they saw us side by side. But he's a big boy, a lot of power. And he, I believe, for the last couple of years has had the most home runs in the Red Sox minor league system. The number one prospect for the Red Sox was, like I said, just drafted a couple weeks or months ago. Does not appear on any cards, and he's also in the rookie league, so he wouldn't have been on any of these teams before. And he's only 18 years old. So, but the biggest name you hear about when you talk about quote unquote prospects for the Red Sox is Tanner Houck, who last year made it up to the bigs and went 3-0, playing a lot of this year at Worcester. Why is he not considered one of the Red Sox top 10 prospects? Because of his age. The guy is 26 years old. And so when you turn 25, I believe it is, you are no longer considered a quote unquote prospect. So you get taken off the prospect list. So Tanner Houck, though, I think is still the most exciting future Red Sox full-time player coming along. So there you have it. Red Sox minor league sets. You can get these for about $16. Each set I think cost me $16. You can get your favorite teams, minor league teams as well. It's fun. It's fun to look at these organizations from the top pros all the way down to the bottom level of the minor leagues and consider that it's really a roster of 100 or more players, not just the 20 whatever that are on the pro roster, the major league roster. And also these sets usually have anywhere from 30 to 40 cards in them. So there's some thick sets, a lot of cards in them. And so there you go. That's the Red Sox. Hope you like that. If you enjoy this kind of content, please click that subscribe button and click the like. And I would appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.